Vitae, dated the 29th of May 2023. I bring you greetings from the corporate head office of the Commission. This comes to inform you that the Office of the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has requested for the curricula vitae of senior management of state agencies from the director and above. You are therefore requested to submit your CV by noon today, 29th of May 2023, through ec.hrdirectorate@gmail.com for the attention of the Commission. Thank you. Signed by Samuel D. Buedu. He signed that one. We do know that Professor Ransford Jampo has also written, and he's not too excited about what the president's directive has been. My understanding is that the Electoral Commission is not a standalone in the receipt of this directive. But here's what Professor Ransford Jampo said. He is a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana. He says, "Dear President Akufo-Addo, why do you want to do this to an independent commission? It appears under your tenure, you are doing everything you can to decimate the independence of all independent institutions. But to what end? The history of Ghana's Fourth Republic show that you are currently the worst president in promoting the sanctity of the independence of the Electoral Commission. Unfortunately, there aren't courageous people around you to tell you to back off your attempt at annexing the Electoral Commission. Back in the days, Dan Botwe, as General Secretary of the NPP, could boldly tell President Kufuor in the face to back off his attempt to usurp the procurement powers of the Electoral Commission, and the president had no choice than to listen. Please leave office and leave the sanctity of our independent institutions intact. This is not a practice worth emulating or repeating. Sir, this demand is necessary, and its optics for the quest to deal with the independence deficit of the Electoral Commission are bad. But the Electoral Commission too must not be seen to be swallowing everything thrown to them by the president, hook, line, and sink." That's what the Professor Ransford Jampo put out there. William, I'm sure that the debate, before we get into the provisions of the 1992 Constitution, the debate now is that whether or not the president even had to write at all to a body like the Electoral Commission, demanding for CV of director, people with the rank of director and above.
Oh, wow. I was just talking to the producer backstage, and I was saying that, look, when it comes to the independence of bodies like this that are guaranteed in the Constitution, it becomes very difficult if we discuss them outside as non-lawyers, because my understanding of the constitutionality of some of this is that once the president makes the appointment, then the independence of that institution moves far away from the president. It's just like the Supreme Court. The president is supposed to nominate the individual, they go through Council of State and then the Parliament. After that, that's it. The president, the executive doesn't go there to do anything. So when we are talking about the Electoral Commission, especially when the party that brought you to power would also want to stay in power, continually based on the work done by the EC. You don't do things that will make people think that you want to manipulate the system in terms of the electoral process. Whatever it is, recently you appointed two individuals.
Yes.
Now we're having issues with those. You haven't finished. And you have gone there to do another thing. So what I'm saying is that if the Constitution gives you, the president, the mandate, the authority, the prerogative to nominate, and then the person is affirmed, the person is duly appointed, then that's it. Because the independence of the Electoral Commission must be guaranteed, must be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
Because that's the institution that holds our democracy. Because look, elections around Africa have caused the continent a great deal in terms of security and, if you like, insecurity.
Right.
So if the president of the republic is doing things that will make the other parties think that he's trying to control the EC, then we have a problem.
So I'm looking at Article 46, the independence of the commission. That is the Electoral Commission. It reads, except as provided in this Constitution or in any other law not consistent with this Constitution, in the performance of its functions, the Electoral Commission shall not be subject to the direction or control of any person or authority, except as provided in this Constitution or in any other law not inconsistent with this Constitution, in the performance of its functions. The Electoral Commission shall not be subject to the direction, control of any person or authority. Now, if you read what Professor Jampo wrote, the last paragraph says, but the Electoral Commission too must not be seen to be swallowing everything thrown to them by the President hook, line, and sinker. As an independent commission, it is backed by law to resist every attempt at subjugating the commission under the executive president. So there's the law and there's the opinion of the political science done.
Yes.
And then there's also common sense.
Yes.
But you would tell me that as for law is law.
You see, we've had individuals like Nana Udro Nimapau. We've had people like Dr. Afarijan. We've had people like Madame Charlotte Osei,
yes.
And then Jean Mensah. Unfortunately for me, where I sit, it is this whole thing, the image of the Electoral Commission and their problem started when Madame Charlotte Osei came and Madame Jean Mensah has come, and it's not looking like, the system, the political class want to leave them alone. The political class want to leave them alone to do their work. So as the venerable political science professor is saying, the EC2 must sit up and protect its staff.
Yes, they must take charge of
because
their image.
That is what the Constitution gives them. The Constitution gives them the power to do their work independently.
Right.
So what was it that when Dr. Farijan was there, things were okay, and then now we're having all these issues? People shouldn't think that the democracy we're enjoying is because of a certain political party or because a certain president has guaranteed Ghanaians a certain type of democracy. The democracy we're enjoying is entrenched, is in the Constitution.
That's right.
The Constitution, if you open the preamble of the Constitution, you say, we the people. It didn't say politicians. So the politicians should, if you go and read the beginning of the Constitution,
the preamble,
it is there. We the people. So we the people is not.
Some of the people.
And as you read in Article 46, it is saying that it shouldn't be under any direction. So the president's word to them to produce their CVs, is it a direction? I say yes.
It is a direction.
So it must be resisted.
Yes.
I mean, why? What is the essence of the president getting involved in this?
I mean, why now? That's the question.
CV for what?
And you see, there's the Public Services Commission, under whose direction this is supposed to have been written. So from the office of the president, but it comes through them. If you read again the Constitution, the Public Services Commission does not include the Electoral Commission.
But why would even the Public Services Commission be demanding the CV of the Electoral Commission senior officers? And to what end?
Yeah, that's what the prof.
To what end? And even it has administrative law issues. It has labor law issues. The person has been employed already there. So if you get a CV, are you now going to tell the person that the CV you brought, does not illustrate your capacity to do the job that you are doing now? So go home, or what? It doesn't work like that in law.
That's what some people are beginning to suspect. That
no. So
some people have been earmarked to be kicked out, and that you're looking at replacing those people.
I am sitting here as an employee of Media General,
right?
The great Media General.
Yes.
I submitted my documents. I was interviewed, and I have this job. Then, after some years, I'll be called and say, "Look, bring your CV again." I'll look at the CV and say, "The job they gave you don't qualify, so go home." Is that how it works?
It doesn't work like that.
No,
because even when you go to school and upgrade, All you need to do is to take a
Submit,
certificate and go and give it to HR and say, upgrade it for me.
Yes.
So if HR wants your detail, they know it.
Yes.
They have it. Admin
So
wants it, they have
if I've shown incompetence and they want to put me here or there, that one is a different discussion.
See,
but so what is the end?
Resubmit your CV for the job you're doing.
No. So I'm saying that the kind of environment we are in now, Ghana is enjoying peace. And that peace shouldn't be, toyed with by any politician. Nana Akufo-Addo, I have said, look, I sat before him as a young reporter in Cape Coast. When he first wanted to be president, he came to me, the graphic. He hosted us. I was there for graphic. There were people from Times, GNA, and I admired him because I always admired lawyers. Being a journalist, and he gave us that vim, the way he fought Kumi Prekum. My background as a military soldier's boy. Yeah. So I saw action, and when he came and was fighting this, I said, wow, that's a brave man who wanted democracy.
Brave man. You
read the law and it's all over the books, defending the law, defending people who have been offended by the law. Man. So I don't see how at this time, the way Professor Jampo is writing about him, I don't see how and why somebody should be writing that about the Akufo-Addo.
But is it not because of his own actions?
That's what I'm not saying that he has done what the prof is alleging in his...
No, but the prof is saying that by the black and white.
That's what I'm saying.
That has been written.
I'm speaking from a perspective. Right. Saying, me knowing him, I don't expect anybody to even pick pen and paper.
You are in shock.
More than, because look, Nana Akufo-Addo shouldn't be somebody who should be attracting such comments from political science professors and from news analysts like me. Because we know Nana Akufo-Addo. He himself said that you need fritity. You need fritity for what? You need fritity not as somebody who threatens or who touches people in independent offices to create the impression that he or his party want to do something. Look, we have less than 2 years to election. And so the Electoral Commission must be left alone to do their work. That's as simple as that. I mean, Public Services Commission say they want CVs. Because they said state institutions or to bring No, but you can't go to the judiciary and ask them to go and bring their CVs or go to parliament. They are all institutions that are guaranteed independence in the constitution. So Johnny, I have a very simple comment on this matter. Nana Akufo-Addo should leave office, as Professor Jampo is suggesting. Should leave office he has one year. In politics, 1 day is very important. You should just not touch these things and then let's have some peace. Because look, Electoral Commission, the last election, we lost about 8 or 7 lives. 8. And that's not something anybody should just wash away or just sweep under the carpet and think lives were lost. So if you are leaving office, let's leave office with some modicum of democratic credentials, because that's what you are known for.
William, you spoke about the preamble of the Constitution. This is what it says.
Yes,
the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. In the name of the Almighty God. This is your part. We
the
people of Ghana, in exercise of our natural and inalienable right to establish a framework of government which shall secure for ourselves and posterity the blessings of liberty, equality of opportunity and prosperity, in a spirit of friendship and peace with all peoples of the world, and in solemn declaration and affirmation of our commitment to freedom, justice, probity, and accountability, the principle that all powers of government spring from the sovereign will of the people, the principle of universal adult suffrage, the rule of law, the protection and preservation of fundamental human rights and freedoms, unity and stability for our nation, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Our right to vote,
yes,
is fundamental.
It is.
Universal adult suffrage is key. And the Electoral Commission, as stated by the Constitution, as you read earlier, is the body, the independent body
that is mandated,
protected to guarantee that right. And we, the people, having asked any politician to be doing anything on our behalf that will, things jeopardize, shake the foundation of the EC. We do not want that. See, that is there, black and white.
We have come too far.
Too far.
to allow for these things. And I think that somebody needs to speak to the president.
You see,
and tell him that, boss, as for this one,
you see,
back off.
The EC, as Professor Jampo is saying, and I like the way he also called upon them to do the right thing all the time too. Look at this Kumewu thing and the pink sheet.
Yeah.
It was not necessary.
Signed before elections are over.
You see, then you come and say, oh, the individuals who signed did not understand the assignment. What orientation did the EC give? What orientation? This pink sheet, Ghana, if you mention pink sheet, it's confusion.
Problem.
Pink sheet in Ghana does not talk about peace. It talks about confusion, electoral confusion. Then you go there, this same pink sheet in such a crucial election, you let people sign and said they were asked to write their names and they went ahead to sign because they thought, how can you be thinking? And not, that's not that time to think. You should be acting right.
At that point, in fact, even the electoral officer should have told them, no, don't sign.
Yes,
don't go there.
Don't
go there.
All the agents signed.
They signed.
You see, so the EC should sit up.
Then you have a situation where somebody comes, they want to vote, an old woman who must be assisted to vote.
Yes.
And then the person's choice is opposite what the electoral commission officer, and then the person is whisked away. Up to until now, nothing has happened to that person.
When
all are image problems.
When a radio station as powerful as ours gives a platform to a former deputy general secretary of the biggest opposition party in this country, he sits on air and says that
they will do everything.
That the only thing between them and victory
is the electoral commission. Yeah. Dr. Boamoto.
Yes. That is something that we shouldn't be happy about, because the confidence that they are supposed to have in the EC is waned, is gone down that low to the lowest ebb, to the point that the gentleman and his party don't believe in the EC.
But William, you see, I get surprised sometimes at the Jean Mensa-led electoral commission, because we all know what work Jean Mensa did at IEA. We all know and look, Professor Jampo had worked with Jean Mensa,
yes.
Same with Bosman Asari.
Yes.
They had all worked with them from the University of Ghana. They had made some very fantastic proposals to our electoral. In fact, the electoral reforms that we had was because of the proposals that were made under the Jean Mensa-led IEA. So how is it that now the coach who used to be guiding us and give us all the ideas is now on the pitch and we can't see the ball? And it's strange.
See, that's why I've always said that as leaders, vision is important. At the end of the day, when you are giving a job, what do you want to achieve? If you don't see the end from the beginning, you make such mistakes. When she was making all those propositions, or whatever anybody would want to call it, what was the aim? It was to make Ghana's democracy the best.
Beautiful.
As we sit, between when she was at IEA and now, is she happy about the comments that they are making about the EC, about Ghana's democracy, about elections? Maybe people outside, they are doing comparative analysis and saying Ghana is peaceful, so they will give us plaudits for the work that we are doing as a democracy. But we, the people,
knows it more.
We, the people, as in the preamble of the Constitution,
we the people of Ghana.
What are we? That's what is important, because you see, I can be wearing my smoke and be coming to work every day. People will see me, I'm okay. But do you know how my people at home they are seeing me? So we shouldn't just be happy when people say Ghana is a democratic state. We are happy. Look, what are the stakeholders in Ghana's electoral process saying? The opposition.
Okay, let's go on to the phone line. Speak with private legal practitioner, lawyer Martin Pebu. Joins us 32 minutes after 8. Counsel, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, morning, Johnny. Morning.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Professor Ransford Jampo is asking the president to keep off the Electoral Commission because that directive, or if you like, request for CVs of persons from the rank of director and above is unnecessary, and it sounds and appears as if he's trying to meddle in affairs that is not supposed to be meddling in. What do you say?
Okay, so the last sentence, you said the last sentence, I got it.
I said that, so Professor Jampo seems to suggest, by the write-up he put on his Facebook page, seems to be suggesting that the president is getting involved in the activities of a body that's supposed to be independent, and that he wants the president to back off.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
It's a right call because since 62 showed me the leaked memo about 10 minutes ago, I've been wondering. It looks very odd. It looks, to be very frank with you, this it appears to me that, like what we say, he who the gods want to kill, they first make mad. I don't know why on earth the president will issue such a thing. I just, no, Johnny, we are in trouble. Just this morning, I woke up very excited that, at long last, very soon President Kufuor will be out of office. It's such a shame. It looks, I'm just trying, I don't, where would we justify such a thing? Unless, of course, this thing is a fake. But if it's fake, when we talk on radio, usually national security, they monitor these things. So I'm expecting then that, Ghana, they would have issued a disclaimer that maybe the memo is fake. That memo is not fake. Then we are really in trouble.
The memo is not fake. At least I have had two other sources from other public services that have confirmed to me that, in fact, it was not just the Electoral Commission, but it was to all other public service, directors and all of that.
But the EC is different, so they should have known. They should have known. And, the EC even has this in a different context. The EC, the elections are the heartbeat of our democracy.
That's
so,
right.
For EC, you see how all Ghanaians, we wish the EC to be very independent,
Right.
strong, etc. You see, and if you want to test how much we wish the EC to be one of the best in our public institutions, you remember the recent his appointment of party foot soldiers as EC commissioners,
Right.
Dr. Is it Apia Hini,
Yes.
and then Salima Ahmed,
Right.
and then the other person. And you see how there was so much anger. Even Kudeo came out and said you should revoke the appointment, right? And all that removal, or those people should resign. It hasn't happened. So this is like an own goal. This memo is an own goal, and that's how I told you. I started by saying, "He who the gods want to kill, they first make mad." Because right now, so Kufuor, is that all he could do? It's just run his integrity, his legacy, everything down, totally down. Things he should have been exempted. For this, an election body. So you don't need the president coming here. What? If anything at all, maybe the Auditor General, if there's any audit, there's a need for audit of their CVs and to see if they comply with law and the right. Then it should have been the Auditor General. So, Johnny, this one here is just a case of he who the gods want to kill. They first make mad. Useless mistakes. Very infantile ones. You see?
So
I was in opposition, talk was cheap. He insulted everybody. Everybody was dumb. And everybody was bad except him. And now you see the mistakes he's making all over town. Very infantile ones. Yeah.
So, Professor Jampo again goes back into history, says, at the time when President Kufuor wanted to get involved in the EC's activities regarding procurement, Dan Botwe, then as General Secretary of the NPP, told the president to back off, and he said that publicly. He is wondering how the present executive have not been able to tell the president to back off, and that he's literally destroying every institution that's supposed to have some independence. Again, what do you say?
It's unfortunate. Devil's selection. So you see, the way Kufuor is weak on this and protecting the public space, weak on governance, weak on everything about governance. That's the way he selected his ministers and other public and some other. Of course, it cannot be 100% of them being that weak, but larger majority. You would select people who think like you. That's the truth. That one, I haven't said anything new, anything bad. Naturally, he would select people he thinks he can deal with. So people who will not stand up to him. Yes, men. That's the expression, right? So he looks for yes men, so that whatever he says is final. Whatever he says is law. That's it. So I'm not surprised they don't want to speak up. Nobody wants to say anything. I know Madame Jimensa herself in the run up to her appointment, when we checked, we didn't think she had done so much as to merit that position because she hadn't, been an IEA wasn't sufficient. Remember, we had these debates on news files those days.
Yes.
Much in her that made her qualify as an EC chairperson. No, I mean, those in their history, they are there on the net. So I'm not surprised. That's it.
The image of the Electoral Commission has been called into question again by Professor Ransford Jampo, and he says they should not take everything hook, line, and sinker that is thrown at them, especially from the presidency, because then it will give an impression that they are being controlled in the interest of a political party. What do you say?
These ones here today, unfortunately, are all like that. They follow a certain trajectory. That's a fair suspicion. And let's not forget, we are human. So once these things happen, naturally, our suspicion will be that he's doing it to favor certain political party. Yeah, naturally. There's very little. We'll try. You see, I'm a lawyer, so I'm trying to be very open-minded. But that's a fair suspicion. So even something like this, you see, if it was supposed to be a national thing to cover everybody and all those, and you first announce it publicly, and even the presidency shouldn't even get involved. Even if we are first told about it as a national program that's been done to weed out maybe quacks or anything, the presidency shouldn't just come near it. Just don't do. So this one there is unfortunate. It's a natural suspicion. Everybody will suspect that that's what it is. It may turn out to be false, but hey, that's it. We are right to suspect that it's being done because they want to favor their own party.
A former deputy general secretary of the NDC, Dr. Peter Boamo Tokuno, he sat in front of me a few weeks ago and said the only thing blocking them from victory is the Electoral Commission. Now, for him, such a big wig within the party to have said that, it means that frosty relationship and the mistrust for the Electoral Commission is still out there. What can the Electoral Commission do to salvage that image and to reorient the minds of people just about a year and a half to the major election in 2024?
The first thing is Kudi's request that the president revoke the appointment of those people. Now, constitutionally, once they've been sworn in, just revoking it is not the right thing. You can't just revoke their appointment because now they are in office.
Right.
So rather, when treat them, the president can call upon the food suggest Dr. Abiy Salima and then the Reverend Minister to resign. Yes, you can call upon them to resign.
Okay.
And that would be a shot in the arm for the EC to help to restore a lot of confidence. Because look, Johnny, so let's just say that people will say, oh, President is always talking about this bad governance. So we've heard, that's what they expected from President. But how about Kudeo? For Kudeo itself to come out, and so many other CSOs
right,
and the rest that joined the call for these guys not to take office or they should resign. What will we say about them? So as it stands now, the whole nation is against those appointments. So if those people will leave office, it will restore a lot of credibility because don't forget, already we have the issue of Dr. Bosman who said the NDC is an existential threat to the democracy of Ghana.
Right.
And he's on the EC. Okay? Yes. So that already has been something that has been pending all these years. Then now you add 30 foot to it. So at least if those three recent appointments could be reversed, those people resign themselves, as I said, it's difficult to sack them, that would bring a lot of credibility back to the EC, right? And that's the first thing. Then, secondly, the EC should assert its independence. Yes, they shouldn't kowtow to the presidency. That's one to beg of them to do. Because, you see, the president, as I told you, this morning when I woke up, my excitement was that, very soon, about 18 months ago, and even 2 months into the election, right, you no longer feel the weight of the president.
Right.
Let's say effectively about 16 months to go, Akufo-Addo will no longer be president. And it's so exciting. Yeah, very, very exciting that at least we have the chance to try again at improving our governance system because it's come to run down everything so that he can rule as a dictator. So we have the opportunity to try afresh. It's very exciting that, at long last, the 8 years is just almost over. Ghana can try again. Ghana can try again. So, well, it's sad. But, what shall we do?
Council.
Our timidity is something we should work on, because as a people, I can just imagine that we've sat down, and just giving the president the leeway to do as just reigning as a dictator. People are not talking enough. People are so timid. The country doesn't belong to the president alone. You should have seen that. You remember him in opposition. He insulted everybody. Everybody was corrupt. Every president was a thief. And they knew nothing. He was the only one who knew everything about good governance and the rest. And he came and took over, ran the economy into a ditch, made his family very rich, very stinkingly rich, very nauseating, in such a brazen fashion. He made his family very rich through data banks. And Ghanaians are quiet. All we can do is tongue lash. Ghanaians don't know how to come out and demonstrate well. And it's such a shame. I'm like, how did Kwame Nkrumah manage it? Why? Yes, I know the ones who have the deepest voices some are actually ashamed that they made all the noise against Mahama.
Right.
And Akufo-Addo has proven to be worse. So it's difficult for them to do this a double take or to take back their words. No, but in life we make mistakes. Not because of how he had, conducted himself generally. Of course, there were indications he was going to behave the way he behaved. Because remember, the run up to the elections, he had issues with the former chairman, over issues of money and all that, accountability and the rest. But we thought, that was just an exception to the rule, that he's incorruptible and the rest. No, it turned out that really that was the man. You see, so let's say we all made a mistake. Yeah, those days whenever I saw President Akufo-Addo, I knew that, this is Ghana, this was coming to liberate us. But it turned out that we all made a mistake. Hold on, please, Johnny, 1 second.
All right, okay.
3FM 92.7 Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
Hello?
Yes,
Johnny?
you're live. Yes. Go
Yes.
ahead.
So, hold 1 second.
Right.
3FM 90.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Welcome
Yes,
back.
so I was making the point about my excitement in 2016 because of all the things Mahama did to us, the corruption, the intransigence, that time he was like, I'm Ojain Fu, that's in dead goat syndrome and all those things. So we thought President Akufo-Addo was coming to do everything by the book. He was really going to liberate us. He was going to increase the number of shackles and just retrogress this society, right? So I think as a people, we are also accomplices. We are enablers. We have contributed to this. If we don't rise out of our timidity, well, it will get worse.
What do you say?
Nobody wants to die. This is what we experience.
Council, what do you say about the president is supposed to be advised by the Council of State? He has a senior presidential advisor in Mr. Yao Safo-Mafo. Do you think that his advisors failed him?
That one, I'm not in a position to, because we don't know if they gave him advice or they didn't, or they gave him and he wouldn't listen. That's difficult to tell, except that when you mention the Council of State, publicly too, we've also raised issues with them that we think they've not been assertive enough. And fortunately, we've really shown that, look, that thing about secrecy, it doesn't have to be secret. They could come out, look, we've advised the president, he wouldn't take it. We don't have to say they have to stay behind him. No, their loyalty is not to the president, it's to the state of Ghana. The Council of State loyalty is not to the president, it's to the state of Ghana. So where you give the president advice, sound advice, he wouldn't listen. So they should come out. They should come out. You see, if we don't do this radically, this society is not going to change. You are feeling shy. Some feel like, okay. Because especially they should remember that quite a number of them were voted for. So it's not, of course, we also know that sometimes before the voting and the rest, some people have the backing of the president. But ultimately, they were voted for. Some of them, the regional levels and the rest. So if those who were handpicked didn't have to go to elections, are not willing to do anything because they feel they've obtained political grace, How about those who were elected? And
Right.
they too, yes, I reckon that practically it is sometimes they are also passed by the press. But look at people like E.T. Mensah. Isn't E.T. Mensah from the NDC stock? Yeah, he can break ranks and come out. Look, we've advised him, he wouldn't listen. E.T. Mensah can do so. And there are other ones. Because you see, Johnny, I'm just like, so these are older citizens, our fathers and mothers. Is that how, if we want to continue or we don't want to break ranks, we just want to support him, we will not make progress. Though, because as a society, I think we've all failed our nation collectively. But we are not making enough noise to stop this man. He's just one man. No. He's one man. The reason he's able to do all these things and we are not talking is because we are accomplices. Those who have the deepest voices are accomplices. They like what he's doing because of either maybe personal friendship, just being naturally loyal, or because of other benefits they are getting, etc. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. So collectively as a society, we fail. Yeah, right. You and I know we make noise, but it's not sufficient. Naturally, you need a critical mass of the citizens to wake up. Some too are not educated, so the ones who don't have much formal education, they are disadvantaged because, already, and also with a lot of illiteracy, also there is also unemployment and the rest. So those unemployed and the rest, sometimes you can understand them. But elsewhere too, the unemployment and the poverty brings anger, and that can drive change. So public show of that anger. You see what the IMF said, that these austerity measures can create conflict.
Right.
Conflict, yes. Because when you are hungry, you are supposed to be angry. But Ghana people are hungry and they are quiet. It's a shame. Yeah. A hungry man is an angry man, right?
Yes, that's what Bob Marley said.
We are not showing it. So look, my theory is that Akufo-Addo has succeeded in everything he's doing because the citizens have allowed it. Yeah, so we shouldn't blame him. Because he as one man, he can get it wrong. So what about the rest of us, the voting population? If let's say, if we say 30 million people, somebody will say, what can babies and toddlers? So let's say the voting population. Isn't the voting population more than 70 million? Yeah. So the rest of us, the adults, what have we done? We are the cause of this problem. Leadership also reflects the people. When you get docile people who don't care, and also those who are quiet because they are benefiting and etc. This is what we get. Yeah.
Okay.
You see the Arab Spring. Remember when people showed anger, what happened? When they make changes in their society. And here, Akufo-Addo, when he was in opposition, he was crying out that hey, Ghana was going to experience an Arab Spring. Ghana was going to experience an Arab Spring. When he came into, because of unemployment, youth unemployment, etc., he came into office and he has even made the statistics worse. And yet, Ghana is not experiencing an Arab Spring. So it tells you the citizens are a problem.
Counsel, I thank you very much indeed for your morning this day.
You're welcome.
We're grateful. That's lawyer Martin Pebu there, sharing his morning with us. William.
Johnny, you know why I'm excited this morning about Professor Jampu's article, write-up, missive, whatever it is. See, I'm reading from the Constitution.
Right.
I'm reading from chapter 7, article 44. 44.1. A person is not qualified to be appointed a member of the Electoral Commission unless he is qualified to be elected as a member of Parliament.
Yes.
See, a member of the Electoral Commission is equal to a member of Parliament.
Yeah.
And look at the reverence that we give to MPs. We even call them honorables. That's number one. 44.2. The chairman of the Electoral Commission shall have the same terms and conditions of service as a justice of the Court of Appeal. Just one step down from a Supreme Court justice. The two deputy chairmen of the commission shall have the same terms and conditions of service as applicable to justice of the High Court. So the Constitution puts officers of the Electoral Commission, I mean the chairman and the deputies in those brackets. Serious,
that's a 7.
Serious
at the top,
officers who run the Electoral Commission. And so can anybody just walk into the judiciary and be demanding things from
but these
directors?
These are also being made, the demands are being made of, like for example, director of finance.
That's what I'm saying.
Director of admin, director of this.
But these directors are led by these officers that I've mentioned.
Right.
And these are top officers.
So you can't walk into
You can't just walk into the Electoral Commission as an executive, the head of the executive, your rights and conditions of service and everything are guaranteed in chapter 8 for you as executive. So why do you go to chapter 7 and be doing these things there?
Stay at your chapter 8.
Chapter 8. If I got it right.
And then let the people stay at their chapter 7. That's all. That's all.
So the president should just,
it should be calming down.
The
president should be calming down.
You see, because we've all read about Mr. Martin Kpebu and the things he's done for the Constitution of Ghana. If you look at the Attorney General, Kpebu this, Kpebu that. So when he speaks, I would listen. And I've also read about Nana Akufo-Addo. You read Nana Akufo-Addo's display in the law, and you listen to him. But these days, I'm saying if you look at chapter 8, the executive, everything is there, black and white. You just want to leave 8 and go to 7 and control the people. All of you, your rights and this are guaranteed in the same constitution. It shouldn't be countenanced at all.
At all. We will activate the phone lines shortly. I hear something that I want you to listen to. Listen.
Beyond the use of COVID funds, there are legitimate questions being asked about how the country's debt situation got to where it is. Mr. Speaker, let me state emphatically that we have not been reckless in borrowing and in spending.
Honorable members, it's not yet your time to say. Wait until that time arrives. Please, honorable members, I will allow spontaneous reaction to statements, but I will not allow debate of the statement. Your Excellency, you may proceed.
It is worth noting that the debts we're serving were not only contracted during the period of this administration. Mr. Speaker, we'll spend money on things that are urgent, to build roads and bridges and schools, to train our young people and equip them to face a competitive world. Considering the amount of work that still needs to be done on the state of our roads, the bridges that have to be built, considering the number of classrooms that need to be built, the furniture and equipment needs at all stages of education, considering the number of children who should be in school and are not, considering the number of towns and villages that still do not have access to potable water. I dare say no one can suggest we have overborrowed or spent recklessly. Yes, I've been in a hurry to get things done. And this includes massive developments in agriculture, education, health, irrigation, roads, rails.
3FM 92.7.
Roads, rails, ports, airports, sea defense, digitization, social protection programs, industrialization, and tourism. We can be justifiably proud of the many things that we have managed to do in the past 6 years.
3FM.
Easy, baby.
I'm your bad boy. 57 minutes after 80 on 3FM 92.7. Activate phone lines now. 0592 928795 0208 227290 0592 928795 0208 227290.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Yeah, this is Clifford from Adenta.
Talk to me, my brother. Go ahead, Clifford. We're listening to you. Yeah.
Johnny, good morning. Good morning to you and Williams in the studio this morning.
Right.
Johnny, I am not surprised of what Akufo-Addo has been asking for. because consistently you can hear the president saying that I want to hand over power to MPP government. And these are the steps, allegedly, these are the steps that the president is going to take. So whatever he can do to hand over to MPP government starts from now. And I just want to let Ghanaians understand that Akufo-Addo dream meant well for Ghanaians. And this is a caution going to NDC. They should sit up. They shouldn't let some of us waste our vote like the way we wasted the 2020. We will not sit aloof coming 2024 if indeed these are the things that Akufo-Addo wants to do and leave Ghana to be. Good morning.
Morning, Clifford. Thank you. Well, sorry about that, Paul and Kaswa. We missed you. Please call back 0592-928-795 and 0208-227-290.
Easy, baby.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Kosami, talk to me.
God bless you.
Bless you too.
Got Willie and Co.
Go ahead, please. Kosami, let's hear you.
Thank you. I'm running away from the noise.
Right.
Thank you very much. I think it's unfortunate that you have Nanado as a president of this country.
Oh, why do you say that?
Seriously, as lawyer Martin Kibu said, this is a man who in a position was inciting Ghanaians. I mean, to do things that he himself knows it was not good for for the Western nation. Calling for Arab Spring, going outside of the country to go and missionaries to go and to come and train them in this country. They look at what they are doing. If you say we want to do the same to you, will it be good for this nation? This person don't think about the suffering we are going through, or what he think about how to break the age. That's as far as his mind. He never think about Daniel. He never meant what he's saying. And it has been the character of the UP tradition. They did everything to destroy this country whenever they come into power. And I have even lost words this morning.
Okay.
Because hearing what you say means that you just want to hand over power to the same MPP government when he knows very well that they are not performing. Even their own people are complaining.
Okay, Kosami, thank
Look
you.
at what's happening in Kumasi. Come on. I think Ghanaians must rise up, and those who speak and their voices go far must speak, because when something happens, they are all in it.
Okay, Kosami, thank you. Let's make way for some other persons as well. Israel is in Tama. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Johnny. How are you?
I'm fine. Greater than Accra.
Good. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Johnny,
Yes, sir.
do you know that this government led by Nanado, they don't have this country at heart?
Oh, why do you say things like that?
You can see everybody. If you cannot see, you can even hear. They don't even have this country at heart at all. They are destroyers. They are in to destroy the country. We should wake up. This our electoral system. From 2025, we need serious cleanup. Serious cleanup. Massive exercise cleanup, including the judicial system. Serious cleanup, including our security system. Serious cleanup. If not,
What do you mean by cleanup?
sure. Look at the appointment. For example, look at the appointment to the electoral commission. Purely political. Look at the appointment to our court. Judicial system. Look at it.
Hey, I'm not
Purely political.
I'm not sure we want to go there. Thank you very much. Grateful. Paul. Paul. I don't know why your line is not working, but 0592-928-795 and 0208-227-290. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Yes. You're live on air. What's your name and location, please?
Chris Papa, this is my brother.
Papa, okay, talk to me.
I'm really getting suffocated. I'm going through some suffocation.
Sorry.
Due to the way a man Nanado is misbehaving. Let me put it this way. How? Doesn't he know that tensions just build up from certain a certain period to the election time? And now we are asking for the CVs of EC staff. For what? You took Bosman Asari there, we complained, you never removed the man. Then you brought 2 other people who are MPP, the same as, what do you call it, Bosman Asari. Are you getting my point? It led to the death of 8 people. You never bothered about them. You didn't even don't care about them. And you are still misbehaving, the president. Why are you like that?
Okay.
Don't he has all those? What should I call it? Is it Council of State people and all this?
The Council of State advisors.
Don't they advise him? So to be fair, I wanted to say something about
Don't say it.
The way things are going, it seems as if we don't have any help from anywhere. The military, they are there. You can't talk to him or the police.
92.7.
Okay.
That since the way things are going, it can cause some uprising.
We don't want
some uprising.
We don't want that, Papa.
The way things are going, that's why I said I'm getting so. I don't know.
Take your time.
All right,
Take
my
your
brother.
time. Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Michael is in Nima. Good morning.
Good morning, sir, Johnny.
Yes, sir. You people have to calm down, okay? All right, talk to me.
Okay, let me just break the heat. So, Johnny, I want to ask: is there any law? Because I know there's a section of the law which impedes governments who abandon the previous government project. Is that true?
Yeah, causing financial loss to the state, you can apply. I mean, the lawyers know their law, so. But make your point. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm only suggesting that we should look into those laws and then let it work so that we don't say the government has done this because I'm not in that party's government. If I'm doing another project, I won't even consider looking at the other projects. So please, Johnny, please help us with this project and law. Thank you.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a nice day, sir.
You too, my brother. Hussein is in Accra. Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny.
Yes, boss. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Yourself?
I am greater than Accra. Talk to me.
Okay. Johnny, what is happening right now, I am not surprised at all.
Okay.
I can only say that Ghanaians will have to sit up. The problem of this country is that such behaviors come and everybody thinks it is the political parties that should talk against it. Now, if you have a president whose own MP come up with a press conference that a certain minister be sacked, the opposition says so. A lot of Ghanaians also say so. But the president is unable to sack the person. Do not think that he doesn't see reasoning in whatever you are saying. Don't you also think it is possible that there is some amount of wrath that he doesn't even believe that if he should replace that minister with his own political party person, there can be trouble? We are sitting aloof. Party apparatchiks are being sued to the Electoral Commission. Now, the biggest threat to a football match is if you allow biased officiating officials to handle that football match. Today, party boys and girls are being appointed. They are becoming the referees of our election. If not, by God's intervention, if this country should get up and see that because of these people who will not agree, what do you think is going to happen? I would just believe that Nanado, his poster, the president, His Excellency,
Right.
suggests to me that he prefers a civil war to handing over to the NDC.
No.
That is my position.
Okay.
And I am entitled to it.
Right.
For him to hand over to an NDC government, then he will make the electoral process uncomfortable. And it is very threatening. Let us not sit down and think it is the role of the NDC to fight it or anything. It is about the country. When there is unrest, the bullet doesn't know a political party person. I was in the Western region, Elembele to be specific, when there was this war at Côte d'Ivoire. Both the supporters of Roland Gbagbo and Ouattara had to run, and they came to a place called Ambin in Elembele constituency. Still, if you go there, their camp is there. Everybody was running for his life. God save us, and God forbid this situation for Ghana.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you for saying it. Grateful. Eric, you are in Winneba. What's then?
Yes, please. Okay, good morning, Johnny.
Morning, my brother. Talk to me.
Oh, okay. I must commend you for the nice program you've been hosting.
Thank you.
Johnny, you and I can attest to the fact that this government is insensitive when it comes to the citizens. Now, we have a government who is always trying to tell citizens to sacrifice when the government is not willing to sacrifice anything. We live in a country where citizens complain that the government is too high. So government should downsize its side, but government is not doing so. Now, you could recall it was at this global consensus or whatever it is that you could see citizens, booing government. That shows the level of displeasure citizens have against them. And I'm looking forward to seeing something more of that nature. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
I don't know where to start from. But, Johnny, my question is, so if Nana should get out of governance, will any institution invite him to come and give a speech or talk?
I don't know.
Because it is not fun anymore. It looks like everything is good when you are listening to them, but on the ground nothing is happening. Today, when you go to the trotro stations and in the roadside, you see young men like myself speaking to you very good, but quote unquote they are mad. Most of them are on drugs, chasing after vehicles to load. As in the country we say we building, the future is being destroyed because there is no job. And yet when they step on the stage full of lies, they go out there and then they talk good about Africa. But when we come to Africa, when we come to Ghana, nothing is happening. For how long? Nothing is happening in Ghana.
Okay.
Everything is in a mess. And you sit back and sometimes it's good you don't open the phone line. Because Ghana is not as peaceful as sometimes we say. At all, people are holding fire at their chest. So the least provocation, and they want to just, best it on you.
Be calming.
It's not a peaceful country. We are going through a lot, but maybe we were made or born like, peace-loving people. So you see everybody walking calm, but in their mind and their heart, disaster.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling us. We're grateful. Keep calm, okay? Good morning, King in Adenta.
Johnny,
yes,
sure,
Precious, how are you?
Great, Johnny.
Okay, talk to me.
Johnny, the country there right now, how the big men don't want to use the country laws to work. They are issuing them power. We, the citizens, we just rise up and told them that the people who settled them, take defend this country. We come for us. Our national anthem, we see our national anthem March 10. The judges and the lawyers, the jail, innocent brothers, those who are underage, we say, let's release them all. So that we shame these big men that they are devil dragons, They will blow sockets. You see, even also, they will tell their righteous, let's preach to them. You see, that they are the people who are disturbing us. Be any witchcraft, be any Satan. You see, Johnny, even also, it will be like we are not reasonable people. Let's tell them. How we see them say they are bad people. Just tell them. Why they don't want me to leave, Johnny?
Okay.
Huh? Why the people don't want me to leave? Why they want me to go? They want me to die. So let's fight them now, make we all we die.
No.
You see?
I beg
So
you.
that they have to behave to human being like animal. They catch our brother, put for prison. Johnny, if I see people are saying, I say, why human being there? Can't you work 20 rounds with it like this?
Okay.
Johnny, let's wake up on these people. Make the curious or then we all go to heaven.
We know. Precious, thank you very much. Onapo is joining us now, but you can also call us on 0592 928 795 and 0208 227 290. Onapo, good morning.
Hi, good morning, John.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, Johnny, it's rather interesting. Hearing the two of you and William. The words were shocked and then surprised.
Right.
It's not.
Well, William said he feels something more than the surprise and shock. But
that's what he said. But to me, it's not. See, President Akufo-Addo has been able to appoint what do you call it, political activists to electoral commission. What is a CV? What is a CV that he can act? And then you have men of God, you have the Ota Bells, you have what's his name, Duncan Williams. I mean, they are all waiting 2024, then they will start their peace something. That peace something. They're all waiting. In 2024, then you see all of them, and then the celebrities, you see all of them on our screen talking about something called peace.
Mm-hmm.
Does it not start from today?
It does.
Can we speak? Did we not hear, what's her name, the former Chief Justice? When she was a Chief Justice, she never spoke. But when she retired, then she started speaking. So at least that should tell us that we can speak even when we are in office. But we're all waiting. 2024, then we'll start with the peace thing. And then the Electoral Commission itself, when they go on IPAC meeting and someone suggests something, we hear them say we are what?
Independent.
Right. So where is their independence now? Do they have to swallow everything from what you call the Jubilee House or wherever? Do they? Madam Jane Mensah, is that it? That everything you just have to swallow it because it's coming from President Akufo-Addo. Where's your independence? It's so annoying. It's very annoying in this country that Akufo-Addo can have his way with everything, and especially the NPP. They can always have their way. But let an NDC man do something. I mean, the little of it, and you hear everyone screaming on rooftop. What is this?
Okay. Onapo, I'm grateful. Be calming down, okay? Good morning. Sorry about that. Maybe two more calls, 0592928795 and 0208227290, 0592928795 and 0208227290. This is the Sunrise Morning Show on 3FM 92.7. Good morning.
Morning, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, Johnny.
Yes.
What about you?
I'm greater than Accra. Talk to me.
Johnny, I blame the youth of this country for what's happening in this country.
Oh, what
we
have we
can't
done?
stand up against our leaders. It's taking us as fools. Yeah, that's what I think. We need to rise up against this oppressive leader of Akufo-Addo. What did he say in the opposition? He said that you come here and want to the army to borrow. What you know is borrowing. What did Abonye said? Abonye said, Obia only a dream of requirement, only a dream man of requirement. But today we go to the army. Is it to say that the president of Ghana doesn't have sense, like Abonye said? Johnny, as youth, we need to rise up. Me and you, everybody need to rise up for this country. We need to rise up and take our country from this oppressor. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you.
Johnny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm greater than Accra. Talk to me.
We thank God.
Great.
I just want to say I think they're a good job.
Thank you so much.
And then here, the light of the thing over here is too much.
The light off.
Yeah, every small time you see now the light to go.
Which area is that? Which area is that, please?
I mean, Valley View side.
Valley View. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will make a few calls and then we'll see what we can do. Doreen, thank you very much indeed. Grateful. Thank you. We have to go. And news just coming in is that the family of Professor Ama Asiedu, with deep sorrow, but in hope of the resurrection, informs the general public that a beloved relative and writer passed away in the early hours of this morning, Wednesday, 31st May 2023, after a short illness. So the legendary playwright and author, Ghanaian of a Ghanaian ancestry, poet, academic, career spanning more than 5 decades, has received numerous international recognition as one of the most prominent African writers of the 20th and 21st century, Asiedu, born on the 23rd of March 1942, aged 81. She attended Wesley Girls High School, University of Ghana, and she's gone to be with the Lord. And may her family be comforted in these difficult times, and may she rest in perfect peace and rise in glory. Let's take a bite of Asiedu now.
Years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where will the whole world